Let's be honest. Life has broken many of us in ways we've never admitted aloud. We smile in public and bleed in private. We hold ourselves together with invisible threads, pretending we're fine, while silently carrying heartbreak, betrayal, failure, and the weight of being misunderstood. Some of us are so used to pain, we've started to believe it's part of who we are. And what hurts most isn't always what happened to us. It's the belief we silently adopted because of it, that we're not good enough, that we're too damaged, that we've missed our moment. But here's a truth no one told you loudly enough. What wounded you will not disqualify you. It will anoint you. The very thing you thought ruined you might be the very thing God is going to use to raise you. You see, the kingdom doesn't operate by the rules of the world. The world throws away the broken. But Jesus chooses the broken to build something unshakable. He doesn't overlook your wounds. He honors them. He doesn't avoid your pain. He steps into it, transforms it, and then pours purpose through it. Some of you have walked through fire so hot, you're surprised you're still standing. You've faced betrayal so personal it nearly destroyed your ability to trust again. You've been silenced by heartbreak, buried by shame, and pushed into hiding by what people whispered about your failures. And worst of all, you believed it. You let your wounds tell you who you were. But today, let that lie die. You are not the sum of your trauma. You are not defined by who walked away. You are not damaged goods. You are a vessel of purpose, shaped in suffering, refined in pain, and marked by divine design. You thought your scars made you unworthy. You were wrong. They make you real. And in the hands of a loving Creator, real is what becomes powerful. Jesus never asked for perfection. He touched the untouchables, restored the outcasts, lifted the fallen. He doesn't run from your scars. He calls them holy ground. Why? Because the oil of anointing flows from crushed places. You can't fake it. You can't earn it. And no, you didn't ask for this pain. But still, He's using it. Still, He's redeeming it. Still, He's choosing you. Let me be clear, this is not poetic comfort. This is spiritual reality. You have walked through fire, but it didn't burn your purpose. It ignited it. Every disappointment you faced wasn't a detour. It was a divine classroom. While others saw your life falling apart, Jesus saw a foundation being laid. You thought it was the end. Heaven called it the beginning. And now, what you survived will become your source. Every tear, every prayer that went unanswered, every sleepless night, it was never ignored. It was oil, holy oil, pressed from pain, carried in silence, but now ready to flow. You've been told to hide your scars, to tuck away your story, to clean yourself up before you're worthy of anything greater. But healing isn't pretending the past didn't happen. Healing is understanding why it happened and seeing who you've become through it. The world wants you to forget, but Jesus says, remember, not to dwell in your pain, but to understand your purpose. Your healing won't come through erasure. It will come through revelation, through clarity, through ownership of your story. Somewhere along the way, you confused collapse with failure. But what if the collapse wasn't destruction? It was divine alignment. What if your heartbreak wasn't to punish you, but to prepare you? You see, the collapse was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of your calling. Because Jesus doesn't call the flawless. He calls the willing. He doesn't look at the broken pieces and say, not usable. He gathers every one and says, let me build something no one's ever seen before. You were shaped through the fire, not consumed by it. That's why you're still here. That's why your heart still beats with purpose, even if you forgot what that purpose was. Jesus didn't see what others saw. Where they saw shame, He saw soil. Soil that could carry roots of destiny. Soil that could grow something beautiful in due season. People walked away, but He stayed. The world labeled you, but He renamed you. And now He's calling you to wake up, not to the version of yourself you tried to become, but to the one He created before any of this pain ever touched your life. This is your awakening. It doesn't look dramatic on the outside. It might just look like a tear falling when you hear these words. A deep breath you didn't know you needed. A still voice inside you whispering, you are not done. And you're not. This is not your finish line. This is your foundation. This is not your failure. This is your formation. What looked like a breakdown was actually a break open. And now the oil flows, not just to heal you, but to heal others through you. You were never forgotten, never abandoned, not even in your lowest moment. Jesus never promised you a life free from pain, but he did promise this, that he'd never leave you in it. He was weaving glory through suffering. He was shaping gold through pressure. He was pressing oil from wounds. And now he's calling you to believe again, not in yourself, not in your ability, but in his power to make all things new, even this, even you. So hear me now, not just with your ears, but with your soul. You are not a mistake. You are not late. You are not beyond redemption. You are anointed. You are chosen. And everything you've endured, it's not the weight that will crush you. It's the oil that will anoint you. Let me ask you something real. Have you ever reached a point where words no longer worked? Where your prayers felt dry, forced, or worse, unheard? You used to cry out with passion, but now you sit in silence, unsure if anyone's even listening. And maybe you've stopped praying, not out of rebellion, but out of exhaustion. Because deep down you've asked, what's the point? Why keep hoping when nothing's changing? You feel forgotten, passed over, like heaven has turned its face away. But listen to me closely. Silence is not absence. Delays are not denials. And when heaven goes quiet, it's often because something deeper is being built within you. Jesus isn't ignoring you. He's growing you. See, unanswered prayers aren't wasted. They're planting roots. Strong ones. Hidden underground where no one can see. Because before fruit can grow above the surface, there must be strength beneath it. We want quick breakthroughs, instant healing, fast answers. But that's not how divine timing works. God doesn't grow mushrooms. He grows oak trees. Strong, unshakable, eternal things. And that takes time. Time that feels like abandonment, but is actually alignment. Time that feels empty, but is secretly sacred. Because in that silent stretch, Jesus is working, quietly, faithfully, deeply. You might think he's doing nothing, but heaven is never still. Your unanswered prayers? They've been heard. Every tear, every whispered, why? Every groan that had no words. All of it has been gathered, stored, and none of it will be wasted. The answers may not look how you imagined. The healing might not come in the form you expected, but it will come. And when it does, you'll understand why it had to take this long. You see, what you think is a delay is often protection. What you think is silence is often strategy. And what you call unanswered may be answered differently, in a way that protects your soul, not just pleases your emotions. God's goal isn't just to give you what you want. It's to shape you into who you're called to be. That means he allows the delay not to punish you, but to prepare you. For what? For a weight of glory you're not yet ready to carry. And now we reach the point many of you have feared most, your identity. Not the one you've shown the world, the real one. The one that's been buried under labels, trauma, roles, and expectations. The version of you shaped by others' opinions, your past mistakes, and your need to be enough. But hear me, that is not who you are. The world named you, but Jesus renames you. He doesn't call you by your failure. He calls you by your future. He doesn't define you by your past. He declares your purpose. You are not your trauma. You are not your divorce. You are not your addiction. You are not your anxiety. You are not your secret struggle. You are not the shame that's haunted you for years. You are not what they said. You are not what you lost. You are not even who you used to be. You are who he says you are. And until you believe that, you will keep chasing counterfeit identities that never fill the void. Jesus didn't die to improve your old self. He died to give you a new one, a new creation, a reborn soul, a fresh start. But you can't walk in that if you're still chained to who you were. So today, it's time to break the agreement. Break the lie. Stop agreeing with the voice that tells you you're unworthy, that you're too broken, that your best days are behind you. Those are not God's thoughts. They're the enemy's lies. You are chosen. You are seen. You are called. You are forgiven. You are anointed. You are whole, even if you still feel broken. And from this day forward, you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to earn love. You don't have to chase validation. You don't have to hide. You belong. And your identity isn't a mask. It's a mirror of His love. So now, the journey ahead is clear. Let your scars become your story. Let your pain become your platform. Let your weakness reveal His strength. Let the unanswered prayers shape deeper trust. Let surrender become your freedom. And let your true identity rise, fearless, whole, and fully alive in the love that never left you. This is the turning point. This is the day heaven reminds you, you are not finished. You are just beginning. And the oil that's been pressed from your pain, it's not just for your healing anymore. It's for your calling.